Then I'll look at the pommel to cantle relationship of the saddle. It's going to be different in each type of saddle. This is a jumping saddle we're working with right now. But you never want the cantle to be lower than the pommel. So this would be a severely out of balance saddle. So the cantle generally will be a little slightly higher than the pommel, but that relationship will vary from a dressage saddle to a jumping saddle. But in most cases, you want the cantle to be slightly higher than the pommel in relation to the seat balance. So if the seat's in balance, then the pommel to cantle relationship should be in balance too. Then we'll take our hand. I hold onto the sweat flap underneath here, put my hand up underneath the panels, and while holding downwards on the saddle, I'll run my hand palm facing up along the panels of the saddle. And the panels are these wool-filled areas under the saddle. That's the padding that goes in contact with the horse's back. So I'll run my hand under the panels to feel for uniform contact there. Now as I'm running my hand, if I feel a gap here in the middle where it feels like there's less flocking than the front and the back, that's called bridging. And bridging can come where the wool has just gotten compressed over time, there's a lack of flocking in there. That's something that can be easily fixed with a little bit of a flocking adjustment. The other thing to look for is going to be rockers. And then when you run your hand here, if you feel a pressure point in the middle or a point anywhere that's going to be where the saddle rocks, that's called a rocker. And that can be repaired too. It can be taken out with a little bit of a flocking adjustment. So then we move around here. We're going to come to the back of our horse, and I'll look down the channel or the gullet, and that's this space here underneath the saddle. This is the channel or gullet. We want to look in there and be sure that there's good gullet clearance. And clearance is meaning that the panels won't be making any contact with the connective tissue on either side of the horse's spine. We don't want to have any pressure there. Good clearance means the horse's spine is free and the weight of the saddle is being dispersed in those panels. We check the saddle stability. So we do a little side to side, see if it looks laterally stable. This one wiggles a little bit. It's not the perfect fit for him, but for purposes of this video, we're just doing an example. So there's the stability of the saddle.